Hello students. So we'll go for the next concept, the final concept of the IR spectroscopy. So today we'll go for the hydrogen bonding systems. Okay, hydrogen bonding. Okay, systems in IR. So in general, if you see the hydrogen bonding to an compound like XH. Okay, in such hydrogen bond, you can see it actually results in the decrease in the frequency. Okay, so the decrease in the frequency we can observe, okay, in such cases. And and usually the broadening of the absorption band. So this is what the main thing here, broadening of absorption band. Okay, this is because of, due to, you can see, because of the stretching, because of the XH stretching vibrations. Okay, the spectrum you can see here, I have given here the spectrum of free phenol in carbon tetrachloride. You can see here like this, very smoothly at 3600 you can see here, but it is afterwards it is having a smooth here. But for B you can see for this is A and this is B here. So this is yes. Okay, so B phenol plus donor atom. So B is a phenol plus donor atom. So this is what B is actually, phenol plus donor atom in CCl4. And you can see here free phenol, so A1. Okay, so this is a free phenol where you can see that there is a broadening like this. Okay, broadening of this, and you can see here delta nu naught minus H because of this hydrogen bonding. It's around, the difference is 400 per centimeter. So with this and this, okay, so that is what phenol plus donor atom in CCl4. So see here broadening is there. Okay, so whenever donor atom is what, hydrogen bonding here, so in the presence of phenol here, okay, so there will be too much broadening here if you see here. Okay, so this is what difference now, this versus this difference here, like this one. So if you see, it's a much difference you can see here of delta nu naught minus H comes to be here. So this is what we can show, that how the hydrogen bond is affecting here. Okay, so for free phenol as well as in the presence of the donor molecule here. Okay, and and for such you can see for a large range of such electron pair donor molecules. Okay, relationship has reported between the frequency shift upon complexation, that is given delta nu naught minus H, frequency shift per centimeter. Okay, and the enthalpy it was the enthalpy of adduct formation. So that adduct formation will be calculated, and that is the enthalpy for the reaction. For example, if you take here B plus any of the compound here and having this C6, you can take phenol here, C6H5. Okay, so this is one compound and this is X here, XH we had given, no? So this is X and it's a hydrogen bonded here, and this is one compound B here. In CCl4, if we do this, what will happen here? So you are going to get the adduct here. So B like this, H, okay, O, C6H5 like this, a linear equation. Okay, linear this is got, and so here minus delta H kilocalories per mole. Okay, so which is equal to 0.016 delta nu naught by H. So this is what delta nu naught by H plus 0.63. So like this empirically, this is an empirical formula. Okay, empirically it was been found here. Okay, so this is how the hydrogen bonded, you can see the hydrogen bonded, how spectras, how it will be, and how it can be calculated, how the difference has been taken from this value. Okay, so this is how we can see in the broadening of the in the presence of the hydrogen bonding system. Okay, so this is what we can see for the hydrogen bonding and how the spectra varies here. And the last concept before going to the instrumentation of the FTIR, so we will see that the change in spectra accompanying, okay, so which is there in your syllabus, change in spectra accompanying, change in spectra accompanying, what is that? Change in spectra accompanying change in symmetry upon coordination, change in symmetry upon coordination. Okay, so few in the previous videos we have seen. So today also we'll go that how the change in spectra accompanied by change in the symmetry. So if you change the symmetry, so you can see that the change in the spectra also do happen here. Okay, so this is what we have seen in some examples we have seen in the previous video also. So this is what now if you see maximum support for this coordination is been as evidence the IR is been used here. For example, if you take the nitrate, okay, NO3, so nitrate ion to metal ions can be obtained. The study can be obtained from IR studies. The free nitrate has, as you know, that it is having the D3H symmetry. Okay, the free nitrate has a D3H symmetry, but upon coordination of one of the oxygens. Okay, so one of the oxygens, when it coordinates, upon coordination of one of the oxygens here. Okay, so what will happen? The symmetry is lowered now, and it becomes C2V. So from D3H, so you can see that the symmetry is lowered to this. Okay, and the asymmetric stretch in the nitrate ion is split into high frequency NO, high frequency NO symmetric, okay, stretch, and lower frequency symmetric stretch, high symmetric and low symmetric, asymmetric, high frequency and low frequency symmetric stretch, low frequency symmetric stretch, and high. This is what of NO is obtained whenever it is bonded with the oxygen. So symmetry is lowered here. Okay, and you can see that the symmetry, yeah, so this is what happens here. And those, if you see, it has been given that it is occurs at 1460 per centimeter, and 1280 per centimeter. Okay, this is what plus or minus, you can say 20 centimeter difference may be there. And an additional NO stretching along with this additional NO stretching, you are going to get corresponding roughly. Okay, because of the inactive symmetric stretching of the nitrates. So this also can be appearing there in the spectra. Okay, so this is what. And if you see the IR spectrum of the coordinated nitrite, okay, coordinated nitrite, now NITRIT, this is nitrate. And if you see the spectra of coordinated nitrite is very much different from the nitrate. So it is NO2, okay, and you see that this is nitrite, ONO, like this. Okay, so these both act as isomer. Okay, so nitrite and nitrate, they both as isomers, and the symmetry of the ions are totally different in the two cases. Okay, similarly in the last previous video we have studied about the sulfate. Okay, so we have seen that the sulfate so having the tetrahedral structure, okay, symmetry. So maximum we have seen it in last video, tetrahedral symmetry, and has the two IR bands in the sodium chloride region. So to nu3 assigned as a nu3 at 1104 per centimeter, we have seen already in the previous video, and one nu4, okay, at 613 per centimeter. So like this. Okay, so nu3 nu4 are the main IR frequency seen in the sulfate. Okay, and the coordinated sulfate has a lower symmetry of C3V. C3V, if this sulfate from coordinated, so from tetrahedral it will have a lower symmetry of the C3V, and now you can see 6 bands now appear. Okay, now resulting in 6 bands. So you can going to see that 6 bands is going to appear here so it is given as 970. Okay, then that is your new one, 970, then 1032 to 1044. Okay, 102, that is your new 2, and like this, new 3, new 4, 645, 604. Okay, 645, 604. So new 3, new 4, like this. Okay, so new 3, new 4, so like this. And if you see that the bridged, okay, and if you see the bridged sulfate group symmetry is lower to C2V. So if you see that it is bridged sulfate, it is lower to C2V symmetry. Okay, so here and even more bands appear. So when it goes here, so again there is 6 bands, again here more bands you are going to see when the symmetry is changed. Okay, from tetrahedral to C3V, C2V, this way. So this is what the main change in the spectra here. And if you see the perchlorate, they have given in the syllabus the ClO4 perchlorate. So this is also, you can see that the IR spectra containing these perchlorate ions have as can be indicate the existence of the coordinated perchlorate. Okay, as the change in the symmetry is brought about by coordination, there will be increase in the number of bands. Same thing here, there will be increase in the number of bands upon coordination. Okay, in the spectrum, similar to that of the sulfate and what we have seen in the previous uh, previous examples. So like this, in this video we have learned regarding the change in the spectra upon coordination with I can say upon the symmetry, change in the symmetry of the ions like sulfate, chlorate, nitrate, nitrite. Okay, so like this. And in the hydrogen, how the hydrogen is going to affect for the spectra. This also you have studied taking the example of the phenol in CCl4, and you can see that phenol plus donor atoms in CCl4b1. So this is what we can see here. Okay, so this is what happening here, and this is how the calculation is been done. The difference is been calculated here, okay, of the delta H naught. So this is how we can see that the change in the in the spectra is observed in this range, empirically brought out. Okay, so and this is how. So I think hope we have completed the part of the IR, the final touch of the IR, and the next video we will see the instrumentation of FTIR. So that will complete 100% of your fourth unit. Thank you.